Alright, it is time. It is officially time to start the Archon quest, which is kind of crazy. I'm gonna do these first. I've been doing them like once a week. Oh, can I do my... Oh, I can't. Okay, that's okay. Alright. It's raining. Does that mean I could do the bubble thing? Bubbles. Hello, Bubbles. Yeah. Look at all this. Oh, what? What is that? What? I guess I will... I don't have the interactive map up right now, so I will just put this here for now. And remember that I did that. Okay. I'm excited to do this. Does that mean that I've already done that one before? I don't know how it works. I think it's like similar to the Ambers and Leeway. Yeah, okay, it's not too hard. Alright. Go to the land of the Dendro Archon. So... Here, from here? Wasn't... How do they want me to go? Is it here? I guess we will see. Yes, it is here. Alright. I guess we're doing this. It's exciting. I've been waiting so long to do this. So, this is good. This is nice. I should probably change language to English. I was using Japanese for all like the story quests and stuff, the ones that we weren't going to do together, because then I could just read and not feel like my immersion is breaking because I don't fully understand Japanese. So I could skip as soon as I read all the words. But for this, I feel like for maximum immersion, we should probably it's so sad. We're saying goodbye to Leeway. The music is also very fitting. Goodbye. Goodbye, Leeway. I will miss you. Alright. New territory. I'm gonna avoid that guy. I'm gonna save exploration for after. Alright. What's going on? Here we are. Continue through the forest. It's through the chasm. I didn't really realize that that's what it was gonna be. Okay, this is pretty cool. Yeah. That's embarrassing. Only slightly embarrassing. Whoa. Look at this.
Now that we made it to Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Why are we doing this again? It's been so long since I've done Inazuma. Why are we doing this?
And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she
Oh,
doesn't seem
yeah.
to be the same deity who abducted your brother. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the God of Wisdom,
Yeah,
maybe
that's
she
fair.
can give us some useful information.
On our brother. I'm so ready for the new Paimon voice to redo. Hopefully by the time we get to Fontaine, or at least Natlan, uh, she will have revoiced, because that would make me happy. It's very squeaky. All right, sounds like a plan.
But, Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to that spot with the statue of the Seven on it. That'll give us a way better view of things.
Yeah,
Even
that's
if
fair.
we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some smaller settlements nearby.
Okay.
Wait a second. Look! There's someone up ahead!
I thought that was Baiju for a second. That's
Perfect timing!
definitely
Now
not
we can
Baiju.
just ask for directions rather than wander around like lost adventurers. Hey there! We're not from around here and seem to have gotten a little lost. We'd like to ask for some directions.
She's gone.
Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
Standing in the middle of the river? Why?
Huh?
Oh, that's a warm welcome.
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Wait! Could she be ignoring us? How dare she?
Calm down. It's probably nothing to get worked up about. Or maybe there's a reason she ignored us?
Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. Let's keep our distance and follow her. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions.
Alright, it's time to stalk someone. Sick. Through mists of smoke and forest dark.
Come on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet. Make sure she doesn't notice us.
I did that. I don't need to.
Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished.
She's over there. She's
Let's
walking
go
over
take a
there.
closer look.
She's right there.
Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something, but it looks like that's not the case.
What is this? There's a dream catcher.
Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here, could she?
Interesting.
What should we do now? Do we try asking her for directions again?
Maybe we shouldn't bother her. I feel like stalking someone is not great.
It looks like she's meditating or something. If we bother her
Yeah.
now, she probably wouldn't let us off very lightly. Oh! What a lovely smell!
That's so.
It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice. Maybe living here wouldn't be too bad after all.
Yeah. I mean, there's no bed, but sleeping on rocks is not fun. Speaking from experience. Uh-oh. I wish the travelers were voiced more. They have like one line per Archon quest. That's... yeah.
Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good.
The smell, something's not right.
What? Is the smell making you feel sick? Strange. Paimon doesn't feel anything.
Gotta get out of here. I think we're gonna pass out. Amazing voice acting by me. You're welcome. You're welcome.
What's happening?
Yes! The Paimon meter. It's been lowered to 0. Nice. Is this when we meet the furry? Whoa. Whoa. What the heck is this? Okay, the music is great. Can I not change to walking? I want to change to walking. This is so cool. I can't. Okay, so I'm locked here. This is so cool. I wish I had. I mean, I could take a screenshot. You know what? I'm gonna take a screenshot because Genshin's not letting me open the camera that they have. This is super cool. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, a cutscene? I could tell by the flow in her hair, yeah. Oh no. We should probably follow that glowing light, right? It's probably our best option, right? That's very ethereal and slightly creepy. Another cutscene? Or is this? Yeah, it is. Whoa. World forget me. Huh? Oh. You know what I completely forgot to do? I was planning on watching like the Sumeru teaser beforehand, but I think I'm gonna do like all the teasers and trailers at the same
The
time
Traveler's been out for a
instead.
long time
It would
now.
have been cool hype-wise, but this is fine. I think this is where we meet the furry.
Yes, you can
Oh,
relax.
never mind.
Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable.
Well, maybe.
If he says that she's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about.
Hello, cauliflower.
Oh, are you awake now?
Nope. I sleep with my eyes open.
Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake!
Where am I?
Well, we're at... Good question. Where are we? Hyman was in such a panic when you passed out that she even forgot to ask what place this is.
Nice.
This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of operations.
Okay.
My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here.
Thank you for the help.
Oh, no thanks are necessary. I didn't do anything really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort?
No, I'm fine, except, this taste in my mouth. It's so bitter. Huh?
Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious.
Lovely.
Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up.
Yum. That's something I also wish that they changed a little bit.
Whoops.
I'm just gonna say it here, just so that I don't miss anything. Like, whenever the characters turn around, they move so slowly and so robotically. I know it's just, you know, the different ways that they're able to adjust the characters and animation and stuff, but the animation is so stiff. They just, like, every time that they go to turn around to, let's say, like, run away or something, they, like, just shift 180 degrees. Like, they just basically take them and then they just go, like, whoop. They don't do anything. I don't know. I don't know how you could do it better, but it just, it feels so weird. But, I'm not complaining. The story and the music and the characters, they're all great. So, the little animation quirks, I don't really mind. Obviously, having better facial expressions and different stuff, that would also be cool. But I'm fine, really the way it is. But, you know, I think all those things are probably going to improve as we get to the later ones. I don't know how much they're gonna improve because, I'm still doing all of the story quests, the one for each patch, which has a cutscene at the end. And, that's like the up to date quote unquote animation stuff. And it's still not fantastic, but I think it's something that they're probably taking into account. All right. What did you drop? Furry.
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. I'll get it for you once I am finished here.
Hey furry. I have you. I think either C2 or C3.
Sorry, Master.
Now, the guide to Avidia Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board, but if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible. Like right smack on his forehead so others can remind him to be careful.
Are you not talking to her?
Right? This is the
Oh,
second
okay.
time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good talking to.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then
What?
we'll just let him be. But the next time he requires any of our medicine, be sure to charge him accordingly.
Okay. Yeah, like that. Like the it's so stiff.
So, how are you doing? Feeling better?
Yeah.
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He's chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
Nice.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well. It is
Fill me
common
in.
practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training in meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. While meditating, they use a certain incense known as Spirit Borneal to help calm their minds as they enter a state of deep rumination.
Okay. They use an incense.
In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. The incense you smelled inside was the Spirit Borneal I just mentioned.
And what, I'm just like too sensitive to that kind of ethereal stuff?
That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition, as you experienced firsthand. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences, or did you see anything while unconscious?
No. I mean, is there any real reason to hide that? I mean, other than the weird, creepy, ethereal, disembodied voice saying, "World, forget me." No. Oh, never mind. Okay, we're just gonna say it. Interesting.
Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Huh? Why?
Okay. It's pretty funny.
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on and be sure to do as I've said.
Sick.
Yes, Master Tainari.
Then she like sets her foot down, and then like half a second later starts walking.
Wait, hold on a second. Can you tell us what's going on?
Please.
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for further observation while you recuperate.
Okay.
Further
Oh.
observation?
Hello? Hello. Thank you, Zara or Zara Rose. I don't know what to call you, but thank you so much. Yeah, I usually pause what I'm doing whenever someone follows because I truly appreciate every single one of you for following. I don't have a lot of followers, but I'm here to chill. So if you are here and you're appreciating what I'm doing, then there's nothing I could do besides thank you. So thank you. All right, let's continue. Yeah. Why do we need to stay here? But we need to go to Sumeru City.
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation once I explain everything to you.
Okay.
Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which suggests your mental state is not in the best of shape.
Really? That's not what I would have guessed. I mean, again, like he is a forest ranger or whatever, but I mean, I don't know too much about Lumine right now, but I'm pretty sure she's doing okay besides missing her brother. I think she's just very special. Like, is it because we're just mentally ill, or is it because we are just very different and we have a lot of special quirks?
If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
What? What?
Oh, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you?
Maybe.
So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else.
Nice.
The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again, I'm afraid you might not be so lucky. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own, at least until you stop having adverse reactions to this kind of smell. Okay?
Oh, all right.
Good. Now, continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Yum. Weird bitter medicine that I don't know what it's made of.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems left and right.
I still don't think it's because we're mentally weak.
Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't look too good. It'd probably be best to let you recover first.
Maybe a little bit.
Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here worrying about you, you know.
Oh, that's very sweet. I feel it's a little weird.
What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now?
Yeah, my body does feel a little weird, but what I mean is, I don't think what I saw were hallucinations.
You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be?
I don't know. When I saw the vision, it felt as if I was standing deep underground. But the red sky, could it have been Conria?
Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything about it to Tainari?
I don't know, it seems a little bit out of his depth.
If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right?
I don't think that's the case. He probably wasn't telling us the truth.
Huh? You mean that Tainari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? But if that's the case, why would he try to hide that from us?
Exactly. We need to get to the bottom of this.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. That explains why you were so quiet earlier. Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what's going on with your hallucinations.
Yeah.
But it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do?
Let's start by having a chat with Cauliflower.
Good idea. Kali's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archon and customs in Sumeru.
Couple Z's.
Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
Okay, let's find her.
Yesterday, a total of 5 dusk birds flew by.
All right, next let's see your right hand. Not bad.
Huh?
But please remember that
Oh,
Yes, I will.
skip.
By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... Well, you understand.
Something's going on with her. Also, I didn't realize, but now that I'm seeing it up close, he's wearing a hoodie. Like, fully. That's funny.
But I have a vision too! Am I useless to everyone now?
No.
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Is there something we could help with?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharvaville for the day.
Okay.
And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the Statue of the Seven.
Cleaning?
Tanari, we're ready to head out.
Got it! I'll be right there! All right.
Thank you.
We'll
I
be
hope you're
heading
doing
into
good
the
too.
forest now. I'll leave any further details to Kale.
Yes, you can count on me.
So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Tainari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really sound like the job for a ranger.
Yeah. Like, just cleaning up the moss around it?
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing assistance to travelers and locals.
Sounds like a lot of boring.
As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest.
Okay. So why don't we do that?
Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven.
Yippee.
Paimon, traveler, this way!
Uh,
You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
okie dokie.
Yesterday,
Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones.
Which lamps? These? Oh, okay. Okay. They kind of camouflage.
Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good.
Okay.
The Statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue.
No need to worry. I'm a terrific climber.
Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you reach the statue, so be careful up there.
Thank you.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas. By the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon? You know, what's she like?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
There's two?
Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
It's going pretty good. Enjoying this. I've been waiting so long to do this Archon quest, so it's good stuff.
Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Name of the former Dendro Archon? Right, because only Zhongli and Venti are the originals.
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone.
Nice.
To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago.
500 years ago, the Great Calamity. Sounds exactly like what happened to Raiden Makoto. Does it coincide with Kanria? Yeah, I would assume so.
According to what Masters told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru.
Newly born? I'm assuming that's more figurative than literal.
To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Sarastana.
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then... I'm not too sure what happened, to be honest.
Huh? You're not too sure? But aren't you from Sumeru?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru. But...
But what?
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers. If that's the case, then don't worry, we understand.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers.
Oh no. I was really hoping that this wasn't gonna be one of those. That's nice that you don't consider us strangers.
Because you two know Amber, right?
Amber? Yes, we do know Amber. How do you know Amber?
Wait, Amber? You mean...
Amber, the outrider of the Knights of Favonius? The avid glider from Mondstadt?
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person.
I feel like that's gonna have some importance.
There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very understanding of others. She's like the spark that lights the fire in everyone's heart around her.
An Amber stan.
If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to fall in love with the lands of Mondstadt and...
Nice.
Sorry.
Yap session. Huh? Wow, we've never seen this side of you, Kale. To be fair, we met you yesterday.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure. You really like Amber.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Sorry. I was rambling on just now. It must have sounded kind of weird.
Only a little.
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters.
Pen pals.
In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion.
That would be us.
I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up.
Yeah, probably.
So that's how you knew.
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust, really. I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any books. Sorry.
That's okay.
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Surasthana until you mentioned them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. Why do you two want to know about the Danger Archon?
Well, because they might give us information about my brother.
So that's why you're here. Thank you for telling me your story.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right?
Okay, I'm a little confused. Don't we usually keep like our main purpose a secret? Like, don't we, you know, we don't we don't usually tell people what our name is. We just go by Traveler. And wouldn't that make her like one of the few people that knows our real goal? I don't know. I could be like messing some of this up. Simon's right. We're friends.
Alright, we have a statue to clean.
Yep.
You both have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest canopy. Let's meet back here shortly.
Alrighty. What do you have to say?
I'm not a very good climber, so I'll just let you handle the statue.
Okay.
I'll go check the facilities up ahead. By the way, once we're done with our work here, would you like to chat some more?
Sure.
Huh. Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small.
Yeah. Cute.
Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Probably the lesser one.
The name does seem to fit the statue somehow. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later.
Foreshadowing. Probably.
Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the top, and you clean everything below.
Okie doke.
Nice work. That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale.
Sitting on a log.
Kale, we're back.
Welcome back! You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break. I brought some fruit and water for us.
We actually just used some weird slingshot things that turned us into a little ball of light. But yeah, it was very tiring.
Yay, food! What kind of goodies did you bring?
Paimon, oh my gosh. Show some restraint, please.
Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to compliment a chef is to show passion for their food. Xiangling taught Paimon that.
And that's why she's your favorite.
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll like them.
I love pita.
Whoops!
She dropped them.
No, you dropped it on the ground.
Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Paimon nearly had a heart attack there.
A heart attack over some piece of bread.
Those pitas are amazing! You're quite the cook, Kale. Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so tasty had been wasted.
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe
Yay.
sometime. I'll even include all my personal cooking pointers, so you'll be making your own pita pockets in no time.
Sick.
Yay! Thanks, Kale. It's hard to believe someone as diligent as you could have clumsy moments too.
Oh, I guess it happens from time to time.
From time to time.
So, Kale, don't you think that Tainari's a little too strict with you? He won't let you touch anything without his permission.
You're saying like the hand thing? Probably.
Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but she's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moments.
It's true.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, you'll see that he's actually very kind-hearted.
Hell yeah. Kind-hearted furry.
I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. But Master is actually very kind at heart. Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called, something?
Nice.
Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there. But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears.
That does sound like something Tainari would say. I'm not saying this part, but I'm sure it's going to say it for me, because usually the two options that you have, this is also something I never really understand about the Genshin Quest, is that it gives you like two options of what you say, but they're really one sentence. So it's a little strange.
Seems you already know him well. Anyway, I'm sure the sages were not happy about his responses. Master could obviously have a bright future in the Academia, but he insists on sticking to the path of a forest watcher.
Yeah, if that's what he
Every
wants
day
to do.
He helps the locals of the forest and passes on his extensive knowledge to trainees like me. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Nice.
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. He even carried you all the way here. Paimon's
That's very
still kinda
kind.
upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here.
What did you do?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little.
Well, let's hear what Paimon did first, and then...
But, it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, Why, oh why? Is she going to die? It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while.
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you.
Oh.
Hey! Now even Kali started to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this! It's time for some Paimonial wrath!
What are you gonna do? Eat her? Ah.
No! Don't touch me!
Whoa, that... Whoa. That's very... Whoa. Ooh! That would be so awkward. What's the matter?
Oh, sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't mean to scare you.
No, I just... I didn't mean that.
Okay.
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled you both reacting like that.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharville. I think Master and the others should be back by now, too.
Alright.
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look, she's practically running back. Paimon can't even see her now.
Yeah.
Traveler, you've returned.
Indeed, I have.
Yep, we're back. Have you seen Kale by any chance?
Oh, Kale? Yes, I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to her tomorrow then.
All right, time skipping.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Hello, Tainari.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
Oh.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Yeah, what's going on with her?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet.
He's so fatherly. Do I have him C2 or C3? C2.
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we?
Alrighty.
To be honest, I hadn't realized you were that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma.
I guess we're pretty popular.
So just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am
Because
going to
you're
tell
her
you because...
friend.
Well, because Kale asked me to.
Oh.
And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend.
There you go.
So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
It's very sweet.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes. It's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on affected areas of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia.
What does that mean? Peripheral paresthesia.
In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively
awful.
become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying.
They lose all control over their body?
Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself.
So is there any cure for Elazar?
With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar.
I'm sure we'll find it.
Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
That's not great.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you already are familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor.
Dottore. Who rescued her?
I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them.
So maybe he does have a cure.
However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant.
I'm sure.
Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Yeah, that's understandable. Dang.
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She's very sweet. But yeah, that's tough.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Truly.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Of course.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
How's Kale's condition now?
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led her to break down this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the Forest Rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us.
If this was after she met Amber, then maybe it's because she wanted to, like, follow in Amber's footsteps or something.
Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now. Alright, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two later.
Wait, can we come along?
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
Alright, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering, like
Nah.
the Traveler. You must
We'll be
follow
fine.
closely and listen to every instruction.
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as the Nilotpala lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
I have that.
Hey, Tainar.
Oop, I don't want to miss that. Never mind, I missed it.
Nilotpala lotuses can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. The Nilotpala lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Calculata, for example.
He's just
The
gonna
plant
yap
is
about
not a
plants
lotus
while
at
I
all,
murder
but
some
rather a
slimes
vine.
or
And
fungi.
Then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose and is completely contrary to its name.
Nice. Oh, come on.
Huh. Okay then. Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
Ooh, this is my jam. This is my jam. You know what, fine. We could, we're gonna be in Sumeru for a long time. I could listen to the music a bunch. I don't need to.
Mine to wield.
A little amuse-bouche.
There should be Nilode Palalotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching.
Let's do it.
If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient.
Okay.
We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
Boom.
Alright, we've gathered enough Nilode Palalotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari.
If I got more than enough, am I gonna keep them in my quest inventory?
Hey Tainari, we found the lotuses you requested.
Let me have a look. Good. Very good. These are all excellent quality. I'm glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have enough time to stock up on other things I need.
Yippee.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling your name.
Acting like he
Just
can't
like
hear
the
them
forest ranger.
or see them.
Ah, yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? What are they doing back so early? Let's go find out what's going on.
Okay.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
But here we are.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
Huh?
The Withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
Okay.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
Smart.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
No, we're fine. We could come.
Wait, Tainari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands.
Nah, we're fine.
There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the Withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching such places.
We're probably stronger than a vision holder.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a dangerous place.
We fought a dragon.
As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the Withering's corrosive effects for a time.
We don't have a vision, but we can control the elements.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a
What about
withering
Paimon,
zone,
though?
we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like Tainari here. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it.
I might be able to help with this then. I can also control the elements.
But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, she may not have a vision, but she's a real pro at using the power of the elements. Don't sweat it. We've helped others deal with similar situations before.
Yes, we have.
Wait, you've met other forest rangers before? I was planning to properly show you both how to identify the Withering before you left Gandharvaville.
Have we met other forest rangers before? I don't think so. But we've dealt with situations that are similar.
Anyway, Since you two are experienced adventurers, come with me. I'm sure you'll both be able to help.
I don't know how much Paimon's gonna do.
Hey, look! That gloomy area over there looks like a withering zone.
Yep, it definitely lives up to the name.
Even though Paimon's seen one before, it's still kind of scary.
Have we? Where did we see a withering zone before? Huh?
All right, traveler. We're about to enter the Withering Zone. Since you already have experience dealing with these things, you should
What?
already know what to do.
Where did we previously interact with a withering zone? Trying to think back. It was definitely not during this quest.
But please remember, don't push yourself. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. It could become a matter of life and death.
Yes, sir.
You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the Withering Zone.
Are we gonna need Dendro for this?
Goose on the loose! Here comes the catch.
Where are the other branches? Here. Hello? Why didn't that work? Hello, Mr. Fungi. Why didn't that work? There we go. Ow.
This is getting interesting.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Off to the freezer! At first, the flick...
Now! Destroy the tumor of the Withering!
With the charge attack? Oh, we have it. Okay.
We did it! Everything's returning to normal now!
Yippee!
Yes. Thanks to you two, we were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
You sound confused.
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
Yeah.
It's that obvious, huh? Alright, it's like this. Recently, the rate at which withering zones appear has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that withering zone, it won't be long before another one appears.
Okay.
If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself. For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover.
Dang.
This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
So they're connected.
Huh? Well, why's that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions.
Is there no way to permanently get rid of the withering?
No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world.
Hanria?
Oh, by the way, have you heard of Irminsul before?
You mean the Norse tree of time and space?
Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface.
Interesting. Sounds a lot like what I saw when I lost consciousness in the cave.
Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day. The Dendro Archon is known as the god of wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul.
I would be so overwhelmed. Imagine you were connected to the literal thought form of existence. That's so much information.
And as for the withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting
Sorry,
it.
Danny. What? You mean Irminsul is sick?
That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago, but even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul.
Who are Rukkhadevata's familiars? Oh, is it the Aranara?
I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long time, until a cure is found.
I'm sure we'll probably have something to help with all that.
Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
Okie doke. Chronic illness. That's a very bleak title. Gandharvaville. Very pretty.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The Withering Zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Huh? Wait, is that?
A bird?
Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh?
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news.
Oh.
You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something happen?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it. Huh? All Paimon sees are 3 squiggly lines.
Can we see?
Yes.
Oh.
Allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation.
Okay.
She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help. We need to go.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
She's probably too weak to write anything.
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her, well, I'd prefer not to remember that.
Oh god.
Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
Sure thing.
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations? But will the Traveler be okay if her cave is still filled with that funny incense?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
It's a light and refreshing fragrance. No unusual feelings this time.
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little drowsy?
What changed? The withering zone?
But wait, how'd you know that she'd be okay this time, Tainari?
Back when we were clearing the Withering
Yeah,
Zone,
okay.
I observed that she could adeptly manipulate the dendro element. I knew then that she would be fine. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw when you were unconscious?
Yeah, what I saw weren't hallucinations, were they?
That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all, though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you. Because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Tevat. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Ruka Devata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was a part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you.
So what exactly was it that I saw?
When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actually real memories contained within Irminsul itself.
So me walking there was a memory, or the world forgetting someone was a memory?
I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneal are aimed at establishing a connection with Irminsul, just as you did.
Alright, I guess let's go find her then.
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously, she completely ignored us the last time we tried talking to her.
That's true. Was she just, like, involved in meditation, or is she actually just not a nice person?
That was because when you ran into her,
Yeah.
she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must avoid communicating with others. Please, wait here for a moment.
Okay. What? This is so, like, awkward.
Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. I'm sure it'll come in handy.
Okay.
Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her, and she'll answer any questions you may have.
Thank you.
No, I should be the one thanking you. You've both been a great help these last few days.
Aw, shucks. Chronic illness. Let's read. What did these say? Emergency food. Not Paimon? Explains your identity in the situation. Help clear your doubts. Okay. Cool.
The abyss is like the world.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
She's probably... Where is she?
Hello? Hypatia? Hey, there's nobody here.
Hmm.
Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
Okay, what was that sound? Sounds like it's coming from inside the cave. Oh, it's Apasia. Is she okay? What the heck? Oh, it's kind of cute. It's so Ghibli. Very Ghibli coded. Excuse me? Huh? Huh?
There you are.
Hmm.
Hypatia, are you alright?
So hungry. Need water.
I don't know if she looks famished, but she definitely sounds famished.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Let's try finding some water first. Huh? Wait. Why does it look super foggy outside all of a sudden?
Hmm.
Anyway, let's go look around.
I don't think this is... I don't think this is the same spot. I mean, I was gonna say something when it was taking that long black loading screen, and like, if Paimon was just gonna come in right after that, felt like it's a very needless point, like loading screen. But if we're in a completely different area, then it would make a little sense. So,
Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like this? What happened? And where are we?
relax, Paimon. There must be a logical explanation for all this.
Really? Oh, maybe you're right. Let's go investigate the area.
Yep. Oh, there are stuff here. I was gonna say.
Wow, this place is huge.
Very pretty.
I
Very
knew
pretty.
there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Bouncy mushrooms in domains. The reasons for which these mushrooms are not one of the tree Lakshana creatures are unknown, but must be quite fascinating indeed. Does that mean that every single mushroom in Sumeru is a monster? Interesting. Scared the crap out of me. All right. I feel like I've done something like this before. Maybe it was one of the world quests that I like half did. Ooh. Investigate the quaint room. There's nothing here. Oh, never mind. Forget I said anything. I was about to say, it looks like Inazuma. Why are we in Inazuma all of a sudden?
Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Any hidden chests? Usually domains have hidden chests. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, look at this. Here we are. The question is it gonna give me Inazuman or Sumeru sigils? Dendro. Sumeru. Okay. Whoa. Keep looking for a path to the upper level of the tree hollow. This is very pretty. Find primeval rosin and sealed paths that correspond to them within domains in Sumeru. Collect 3 primeval roses within these domains to unlock the corresponding path. Okay. So I need to find the other 2. Is this the way I came? I think this is the way I came. Never mind, it just ends. Chess.
Take it easy.
Okay, what's this? Come on, come on, come on. No! Nice. Ooh. This'll be fun.
A dash of frosting! Boost on the loose!
Mine to wield.
Sorry. Wasn't really much of a battle. I probably should have done that with this Skirk or iced coffee. But... Whoa. Are we ascending? That would be 2. Huh? That doesn't look great. Yeah. That's not great. Am I supposed to do this? Oh. Don't... I totally saw that. Third one is over here, and then we'll go back up over there. Washa. Oop. It's gonna be Liyue now. Nope, still Inazuma. I don't know why. Why am I in Inazuma?
What in Tibet is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the matter? You don't look look so good.
Don't? Yeah, even the music is Inazuman. What's going on? Okay, we have to line this up. Just like that. Investigate the corridor on the other side. Whoa! We're still getting light, but... Oh, that's so trippy. That's so trippy. I'm so confused why it's Inazuman. Okay, and we're going back. Oh, an Abyss Lector. Or Herald.
Well. Looks like we meet again, traveler.
Are we supposed to know who this is?
The Abyss Herald! What are you planning to do in this strange place?
There's only one specific Abyss Herald?
Strange place.
Oh, yeah, no, never mind, it's different.
You needn't worry about such things. They don't concern you.
It's also, yeah, the Abyss is definitely Conrian. I mean, I feel like that's, you know, a little obvious to point out. See, buy all this stuff. Okay. Let's see how quickly this does.
A little amuse-bouche. At first,
Come on, let me at least play her first. Couldn't even use Yelan. Oh. Oh, this isn't working. Can we not get rid of your shield?
Strike a pop!
Uh.
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We've faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
Others like him. So, is this a specific guy that we're supposed to know? Or is he just trying to be the main character?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are.
My journey will not end here. I still must find my brother.
Your brother.
Wahaha.
Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete denial?
Yeah, Lumine, I hate to break it to you, but I think he's this guy's boss.
His Highness has long since forsaken.
That's not true. That part isn't true.
Your meager existence in his eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon.
I don't know why you're trying to piss her off.
The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
Nah, I'm good. And now, it was all a dream. Huh? Yes. What was all that just now? Strange. It feels like I was just dreaming for a moment there, but I can't remember what I saw.
What What do we do? We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here.
Even the Paimon was fake.
Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing.
Huh?
So sweet. Mm.
Hmm?
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that?
Oh, sorry, I, kinda zoned out for a second there.
Are you okay? That's really not like you.
I'm doing great.
Anyways, we can talk about this later. We better make sure she's alright first. Whoa! Wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her.
That's
We can put that
ginormous.
to good use.
Those are ginormous pieces of fruit. What the heck? Is it just like a really weird perspective, or are those fruits actually bigger than her head?
Who is there? Tainari, is that you?
It's so mistimed. Yeah, wait, no, those are pretty big fruit.
Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here, we have a letter that he asked us to give you.
Mm-hmm. This is a long, what am I supposed to do
I
something?
see.
Okay. I
So,
don't-
you're friends with Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you.
No, it's fine.
I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived.
Yeah.
Kinda wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips. How did you end up like this anyway?
Oh, really?
This person sounds so familiar.
I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by and saw me like this.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Is it a little round creature? Kind of like a cabbage?
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Oh, that's not a good sign.
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream? Isn't that a little too crazy to believe?
We just woke up a girl from a 3-day meditation thing and cleaned out some weird withering zone in a rainforest. And you're a floating fairy that's probably from the floating sky city. And you think that seeing a creature when in this world there are also dragons, and having strange dreams and visions, which I've always had as the traveler, it is really crazy. Really? Like that of all the things.
No, I actually do believe what the traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
It's just a little messed up, I guess. He versus they.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
Studio Ghibli, Aranara.
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendro Archon. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul.
Normal people could also form a connection with Irminsul?
Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at
The
the
cabbage
opening of
creature.
the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing whatever they were up to. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. And they weren't alone.
A whole society of little cabbage creatures.
I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me.
What fascinating creatures.
Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Irminsul.
Yes. A very curious sound.
Sorry about that. Sounds like just drinking juice still isn't quite enough for my stomach.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier...
Okay, Paimon.
Anyway, looks like we'll need to prepare something ourselves. Besides, Paimon's getting hungry too. Let's eat first and talk about Irminsul later.
I'm also getting hungry. How much longer is this part of the Archon quest?
Alright, we're up, traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie soup. You'll love them, Hypatia. They're our specialties after all.
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward to it. It's been so long since I've had a decent meal,
and
too. To be honest, the last time had to be when Tainari came to visit.
So many pots. Decent meal. Okay. Make some food by the fireside. Where is the fire? Pretty fitting that we were playing a Scoffier.
Since we already watched it. Oh, it smells amazing. And the box is a nice touch too. Let's go serve this up and start eating with Hypatia.
Okie dokie. Boxed lunch from the traveler. Is this an artifact, or is it going to be just like a potato? Okay.
Are you already finished cooking? Smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy a proper meal like this. Cooking really isn't my forte.
And here you are.
Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn Ale for the first time.
We're special like that.
It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the Academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn Ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power.
Okay.
Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth.
For knowledge?
Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great understanding.
I try my best.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was she sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to her body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, she could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experience the sensory overload, hence the adverse reactions.
Okay.
Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spiritborn Ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry though, it appears you've already fully recovered.
Yeah.
Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon, but unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spiritborn Ale should no longer trigger such reactions.
Well, I'm sure we're gonna be using that.
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it worthwhile so long as I could connect with Irminsul at will.
Maybe if I had a way to stop the pain of the headaches, that would be pretty cool. But the rest of my life, that would
Whoa.
not be great.
You're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much we don't know, especially regarding the mysteries that lie in the starry skies.
Like the fact that the sky is fake?
Which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be successful, or that doing so will leave my consciousness intact. I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage.
It's terrifying.
Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself. That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while minimizing the possibility of involving anyone else.
Whoa. So knowledge from Irminsul
crazy.
can be super dangerous. Don't you ever feel afraid of the risk, Hypatia?
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of insects.
Yeah, it must feel like you're completely isolated.
However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby.
Yeah, nice little cabbage guy.
I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro Archon. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god of wisdom herself. And they have the curious power to make people dream.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Huh? Huh?
Oh. Is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do.
Why? Why is that? It's gonna be like some, you know, like that philosophy thought thing that says that dreams are just, you know, other versions of you experience. It's gonna be something like that. Or just, you know, Irminsul being just a little quirky or something. I don't know. That's really strange. That's interesting.
The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical.
Yeah, it reminds me of the dream I saw from the Aranara. It was a big, chaotic mess.
Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages.
Hmm.
They believe that Greater Lord Rukadevata, the god of wisdom, is keeping us away from the foolish delusions you encounter in your sleep.
I mean, if it also includes nightmares, then that's pretty good.
I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I stop dreaming. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went on to become a researcher. Sure enough, I never dreamed again.
You sound disappointed.
But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly recall the feeling. I suddenly felt like I was a child again.
Hmm.
Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be, but I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming isn't as bad as we've made it out to be.
It's not.
Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
Okay.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things she saw when she connected with Irminsul?
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul itself.
What I saw was me. I'm so confused. Which part is the part that we saw? Is the part that we saw us walking and then, you know, the thing being crushed and then we find a different way to continue approaching the tree? Is that what we saw? Or is what we saw the tree and the voice within the tree? Oh.
World forget.
Okay, yeah, so...
What could that possibly mean?
Okay. That clarifies things.
If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. I might have some more answers for you. If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me.
We wish you luck on your endeavors, Apasia.
There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors. Besides, I'm already looking forward to tasting some more of your cooking.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon thinks it's about time to head back to Gandharvaville.
Okie doke.
Heading out, I see? If there's anything else you'd ever like to ask about, you know where to find me.
About dreams.
Even though that little neighbor of mine was able to induce a state of dreaming, I doubt they were able to control the actual contents of the dream. The end of your dream seemed quite terrifying.
Yeah.
Perhaps there's something that's troubling you deep inside?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the fact that my brother is, you know, the Prince of the Abyss, and now I'm concerned that he doesn't actually care about finding me.
Not to worry, though. I'm sure you'll be able to handle whatever comes your way in the real world.
Thanks.
As someone from Sumeru who cannot dream, I needn't ever worry about nightmares. But lately, I've started to feel that I'm somehow missing something without dreams.
Yeah.
It's a little hard to explain.
If you talk to Mizuki, she'll definitely tell you something.
Heading out, I see? If there's anything else you'd ever like to ask,
About
Sumeru
Irminsul.
researchers use Spiritborn Ale to assist them in connecting with Irminsul to extract knowledge from it. Though the process can be risky, we believe that the knowledge gained is worth it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I cannot help you understand your dream. At least not yet. I'm still learning how to attune to the depths of Irminsul myself. I hope that I'll be able to ascend past Satyavada life and gain deeper insights. Heading out, I see?
Okay.
If there's anything else
About
you'd
your
ever like to
unusual
ask about,
neighbor.
I've heard local children here in the rainforest speaking of fairy-like creatures. But I'm from Sumeru City, and have never heard of such things when I was a child. Perhaps this is because I had a very strict upbringing. My parents would seldom allow me to play with other children.
Maybe
I doubt
children,
they'd ever
just like
believe
they
me
have the
if I told them
capacity
about
to
my little
dream,
neighbor out here.
are also able to see the Aranara? And that's why adults don't see them?
And speaking of my little neighbor, I think they can somehow sense when Tainari is coming to visit me. I've noticed on several occasions that as they're playing under the trees, they'll suddenly tense up and scamper away for no apparent reason. Shortly after they do this, Tainari always shows up here. Perhaps I should ask Tainari about this the next time I see him. Heading out, I see?
Yes,
If there's
goodbye.
any, take care. Do remember to come visit anytime you're in the area. I would be happy to chat with you.
All right. Interesting. Oh, come on. I want that one. I want that one. There we go.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand.
Academia.
I understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the Academia, not to cause a scene.
Sage
Okay.
Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
I don't know, but they're asking for you.
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So now I've come here in his stead.
I see. Well, I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
And, how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that, despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tainari, but you...
Poor squirrel.
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
Tainari, what was that all about?
It's nothing. Some people from the Academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities here.
If you were actually able to find a cure for Irminsul, then you should probably go. But if you think that there's something deeper, that's not necessarily the greatest idea. If there's something that you don't want to do that they want you to do.
But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound. She answered a bunch of questions for us, too.
Very good. Now that the Traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru City, correct?
Yep.
That's right. We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice. Do you have any idea on how we can find her?
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
I think that's the one thing that every single person we've asked has said so far is sorry, I don't have anything for you right now.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can try asking in Sumeru City?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short, and most of my acquaintances are researchers. Oh, how about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Amorta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Asking him might prove worthwhile. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but maybe you can give it a try.
What item?
Oh? What is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Some say that this item is the very basis of Sumeru's reputation as the City of Wisdom.
What does it do?
Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise, so I'll leave it to them to show you how to use it.
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! But wait, before that...
We need to say goodbye to Kale.
That's right! Tainari, we have something important to say to Kale before we leave. Is she doing better now?
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. Last I saw her, she was taking the path towards the North Crossing. She knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
It's very sweet.
Thanks, Tainari. All right, let's go!
Farewell, and good luck to you both.
Thank you.
Take it easy.
I've been waiting for you two. Never mind. I
Huh?
guess I should just wish you two a safe and successful journey.
What were you gonna say?
Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City.
Take care of yourself, Kale. We'll be back soon. I mixed see and soon, so scene. We'll be back to see you soon, Kale.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. It's up to me and the others to protect the rainforest here. And, I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition when we first met. I just wanted you two to treat me as a normal friend, not some girl that needs your sympathy.
Yeah, but why not both?
But I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine with one another.
Mm-hmm. Communication is key.
There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough to be your friends and sharing your past with us. We're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but that's because we're friends and we care about you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. That means a lot. Before you leave, I have something for you.
Oh?
Oh? What is it?
It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember? My handwriting
Pita
is
pockets!
a little, messy, so please don't laugh.
Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat those scrumptious little pitas whenever and wherever we like.
Let's go!
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharvaville.
Of course we will.
Well then, I, trainee Forest Ranger Kale, bid you both farewell. Please visit Gandharvaville again. The Rangers will always be ready to assist you here.
All right. It's still Act 1. I'm actually, I don't know if it's, like, literally the end, but I think I'm actually gonna stop for now. I'll do the rest, the next time that we stream. I'm just gonna quickly convert. Why did I go all the way here? I'm gonna convert my last thing, and then yeah. So this is cool. I'm glad that we're finally getting started. This is my first time doing these Archon quests, but I do know like some things that go on in like most of the main stories, but I only basically know a little bit of the climax itself, meaning I basically have no knowledge on what the story itself goes through, and like all of that stuff I've been trying to steer very clear from. But obviously, if I'm doing all of the event quests, then there are some things that become fairly obvious, especially pertaining this girl over here. But yeah. But yeah, this is super fun. So thank y'all for watching. I love you guys. You guys are great, and I'll see you next time, which will hopefully be fairly soon. So bye bye.